What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. First and foremost, I hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. But we are back on NBA 2K24 here to do something I love to do, our very first 10-year rebuild, and I only thought it was right we go ahead and start with Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Especially drop a like if you enjoy 10-year rebuilds. It lets me know you guys want to continue to see these. And of course, we are on the road to 50,000 subs, and YouTube tells me about 60% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subs. So if you do fall in that 60%, want to help us try to reach 50k subs as soon as possible, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Other than that, as I said, we're doing a 10-year rebuild, and that will be today with the San Antonio Spurs. 10-year rebuilds are a lot of fun. Obviously, they're time-consuming, but the teams you can build in 10 years is pretty interesting. We're starting with rookie Victor Wembanyama as the NBA regular season starts this week. Literally starts tomorrow as I'm recording this. So, very hyped about that. But regardless, this is the roster we start out with going into this 10-season rebuild. So, one thing I will say is I wonder if 2K has that Collins extension in here already. It literally just happened last night. So, yeah, it's not in here, but I'm going to go ahead and give Zach Collins his extension before I start simulating. But other than that, if we look at the rotation to start things off with, this is what we're working with. So it's Tyus Jones, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, and they'll have Zach Collins coming off the bench. Again, I still think there is a chance that Zach Collins is going to start. I actually think he will. I know they were experimenting, I believe, with Jeremy Sohan at point guard in the preseason, so they may do that. But if 2K wants to leave it this way, I'll go ahead and leave it the way they want it. It's fine, and then we'll find a way to, I don't know. I still like Zach Collins as a backup center as well, but I don't mind them starting together. Like, there's a lot of different options you could go with, so I don't hate it. But I'm just going to leave it the way it is right now, and we're going to go ahead and simulate year number one. Obviously, we're going to keep going until we get to the year of 2033, but we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to see if we can go out here and be a competitive team in year one. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama is going to have a good season. I don't think there's anyone ready to trade at the deadline, and they just extended Vassell as well, so like the Spurs are starting to lock themselves into the core that they have currently. Like Keldon Johnson's extended, just extended Zach Collins. Obviously, Vic has 4 years on his contract with the rookie contract. Vassell, so like they're really starting to, maybe gather their core together. But I will see you guys at the end of year one. I don't think I'll stop at the deadline. There's nobody really here that I'm trying to like trade immediately. So I'll see you guys at the end of year number one of this 10-year rebuild. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. And with the NBA regular season starting this week, there's no better time than to sign up for Prize Picks right now. Of course, they have all kinds of sports. It's simply you against the numbers, you against projections, and there's nothing else. You don't have to play anybody else. It's just you and your brain, basically. That's all it simply is. They have all kinds of stats, of course, as well. And right now, they actually have a free square promo with Stephen Curry. So you can get a free square right now if you sign up for Prize Picks. Go ahead and download Prize Picks. Link to my code is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. Make your first deposit and start making the gaming experience a lot better when you watch NBA games. And I will even show you what I'm entering on opening night. This is what I'm rolling with on opening night. So opening night, I'm going, obviously, that free square on Stephen Curry, and I'm going to go more than 6.5 assists on LeBron James. I started with $50 this year. We're going to see what we can do with $50. So every single day, I'm going to give you guys 2 picks every single day. Now, tail at your own risk, obviously. I'm no genius, and I'm not like the best, obviously, guy in the world to be tailing. But if you want to ride with me, go ahead, because this is what I'm rolling with on opening night. So if you want to go ahead and enter this, go ahead. But of course, as I said, tail at your own risk. But as I said, go down in the description below. Use code Crush. We'll sign up for Prize Picks. There's no better time right now with this free square on Stephen Curry. And of course, regular season starting this week. So thank you for Prize Picks to sponsor today's video. At the end of year one, Jokic wins MVP. Vic does win Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. Obviously, these are usually the same, so we'll just skip through these real quick. Now, I wasn't really paying attention to our records, so I have no idea how we did, but Victor Wembanyama makes all-rookie first team. No surprise there. So, at the end of year one, we finish up as, so we finished 28-54. So we're back in the lottery, which obviously isn't the worst thing in the world because, we're a young team. It's not like we were ready to compete anyway. But, I mean, with Victor Wembanyama continuing to develop, there is a chance we just turn this around next year. But at the end of the year, this is what the stats looked like. So we had only 17 from Vic, 6.5 from Keldon Johnson, 13 from Zach Collins with almost a block as well, 12 from Vassell, and 11 from Trey Jones, 10 from Branham, and then 9 from Jeremy Sohan. So let's go ahead and see who wins the championship in year number one, and then we can get straight to this draft lottery. So we are going to have Boston and Memphis. So John Morant back from suspension. Celtics go on to beat them. They win in 6 games. All right, player retirements. We got Udonis Haslem and Iguodala, but let's go straight to the lottery. So, I forgot this. Greg Popovich, or he didn't retire. Let's go. Greg Popovich did not retire. That could have been bad. But draft lottery time. Let's go ahead and see if we get lucky. So we are projected the Charlotte Hornets pick, but I believe it is lottery protected, so we're probably not going to get it. But we are projected a top 4 pick. So do we stay in the top 4? We do. We get number 1. So we get the number 1 overall pick in this draft. So we can go ahead and add somebody really good to the team. So that's really good. So we got number 1, and then Charlotte's pick ended up being, where did it go? It ended up being number 9. So if it wasn't protected, it could have had number 9. But regardless, number 1, we have to decide who are we going to take. I mean, the main thing, obviously, this team needs is a, it's a point guard. I mean, no brainer. Let's just get Greg Popovich back, by the way. Let's not waste any time there. So, we need a point guard. We're going to fill out this coaching staff. I don't see you guys on draft night. Do we take a point guard, or we take one of the better talents at number 1 overall? So we also have pick 16 from the Toronto Raptors, which is something I actually didn't really notice, but we're going to go ahead and make 2 picks in this draft. We're not going to trade either of them. I guess we have a 2nd round pick as well, but number 1 overall, again, I said I needed a point guard. We could take Isaiah Colley here, but I don't think I could pass on the idea of having Ade Mara and Victor Wembanyama as a pairing for the foreseeable future of this 10-year rebuild. I mean, our center rotation, power forward center rotation, could be the nastiest young team in the league. So I think we're going to take Ade Mara. I'm going to pass in Collier here. I believe I had Collier in the last Spurs rebuild I did anyway. So I think taking Ade Mara, pairing him with Victor Wembanyama sounds like a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then let's see what we get at 16. So at 16, we also still have like Stephon Castleton fall all the way to us. So we're going to take him as well. So just like that, we still get our point guard in this draft. And then at second round pick, we got Kwame Evans. We got Mark Mitchell. I'll go ahead and take Mark Mitchell at the top here or at the end of the 2nd round. So boom, just like that, Ade Mara. And we also walk away with Stephon Castleton. 76 overall. Really good draft. Love what we were able to accomplish there. So Mark Mitchell will go ahead and sign as well. Player options, Jeremy Sochan, Malachi Brandon Wesley, accepting all of those. And then Sandro is a free agent, and so is Dominic Barlow. I'm going to go ahead and extend the qualifying offer to Dominic Barlow. Sandro, I'm not as concerned about. Free agency, I don't know if we have any like crazy free agents to worry about. We do not. Do we have cap space? We don't. I mean, I believe we don't anyway. Can I get any? Yeah, no cap space. So that's with obviously Vassell and then, guys getting paid. So Zach Collins getting paid, but I think we have a full rotation. So basically, we also still have Charles as well as another guy, but power forward rotation might have Jeremy Sochan head to the bench. It might have to be that way because I think we play Vic at the 4, right? Or I mean, we could play Ade there as well. It doesn't really matter. So does Ade go down at the? No, he stays the same. So we're gonna play Ade at the 4, and then we're gonna fix his secondary position and still be center of obviously. But this is gonna be a really big lineup, which I love. So we're gonna go ahead and move Ade to secondary position to center, but he'll be our power forward. So we're gonna have Ade and Vic start at the power forward spot. Zach Collins will back him up still. Then Jeremy Sochan. And then Keldon Johnson still at this 3 spot with Sid. And then we got Malachi Brandon Vassell. And we still have like Devontae Graham. I mean, I think we can move on to Devontae Graham. We just drafted Castleton, who I think can play backup point guard for us. And we still have Blake Wesley as a 3rd string if we want it. So let's go ahead and move on from Devontae Graham. I mean, I'm not expecting, I just want a 2nd for him. Like, that's all I'll take. I'll just take, I'm really just looking to dump him. So like the Clippers, who can maybe use like another guy that could shoot 3s off their bench. Let's do it. Amir Coffey, welcome to the team. So just like that, we get rid of Devontae Graham, and that might be all we do this offseason. I mean, we could sign like another player in free agency, don't get me wrong, like bring back Lonnie Walker or something like that. But I'm not looking to rush things. We got 10 years, so I just kind of want to see what this young core can do. I want to see how much we progress. Obviously, we're still probably looking for our point guard of the future. I don't know if I can rely on Stephon to be that guy. Maybe he can be. We shall see. I'll give him the chance in year 1. He might only be playing backup. Maybe they give him the start right away. We'll see. But Vic is already up to an 89, which is promising. Jeremy Sochan to an 80. Then we got Brandon up to a 79. So development's looking good. It's looking good, which is great to see. But let's get into year 2. Year number 2 should be better. I feel like we could take a step towards the play-in potentially. I think that's definitely a possibility with how much Vic goes up. And we just added Ade Mara to this team, who's really good in his rookie season as well. I just loaded the wrong draft class. 2011 draft with shoes and potential. Okay, well, let me fix that, and I will see you guys on our rotation. So Power Ranking is going to only land us at 25th here, but this is what we're looking like going into year number 2. So they do want to start Stephon Castleton, which I don't mind it because I don't know if Trey Jones or Yeah, it's Trey Jones. Sorry, I don't know if Trey Jones ever projects to be like our starting, point guard long term. So I'm fine with it. So Castleton, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Demara, Victor Wembanyama, Jeremy Sohan off that bench, Malachi Branham, Zach Collins, and then Trey Jones and then Charles, and that leaves Blake Wesley out of the rotation. Now I do wonder if I did want to move like so onto the 3. He actually goes up. Okay, that is definitely good information to know, because I could see myself starting Jeremy Sohan with Vic and Demara for the long term and like figuring out our backcourt. Like I do like Vassell, but what did he do last year? I know I could fix shots in the season, make things better, but only 12 points per game on 33% shooting from 3. It's not great. So I still think we need to kind of figure out our backcourt situation, but I think our front court is kind of figured out for the most part. We know we're going to have a Day and Vic for the long term and probably so on with them. And I definitely don't mind playing him at the 3 eventually. So we might end up doing that at some point. Proficiency, it's only a 3-star defense. I could leave it at defense because obviously we do have like the good defensive players here. So defense is a Day a good fit in a defense. No, let's just move it to a balance. That's the best way to do things anyway. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 2, unless if I do stop the trade deadline to make some moves. I don't know if I will this year, but we'll just kind of see how things go. I'll see you guys potentially at the end of year 2 or at the trade deadline. So at the end of year 2, John Morant wins MVP, and Demara does win Rookie of the Year. So back-to-back Rookies of the Year. Of course, we love to see that. Chris Paul, 6-man, Mo Defensive Player. Scoot Most Improved, and Steph Clutch Player, and Coach of the Year goes to Steve Kerr. Brandon Harrison is your executive. So All-NBA first team. Do we get like a Victor Wembanyama appearance already? We do not. So I still don't think we're ready to take like that massive leap just yet. We're not in the play-in and we're not a playoff team. So we're still in the lottery, which I think is fine. I'm still kind of taking this patient approach. But winning 36 games is a huge improvement for sure. It's not a bad improvement by any means. So if we look at our ending, our ending season stats, Vic went up to 21, 15 from Keldon Johnson, 13 from Day, 12.5 from Sohan, and then 12 from Vassell, 11 from Zach Collins, 11 from Malachi Branham, and then 7 from Trey Jones, and then only 7 for Stephon Castleton. So not really sure what he projects to be for us, but not like anything spectacular in his rookie season. So let's see who goes on to win the championship. And of course, we have another lottery on our hands. So we got the Portland Trail Blazers maybe going all the way. Potentially, they do. Cavaliers, Blazers, Scoot goes on to win the championship. So Scoot Henderson, what do the Blazers look like that they were able to do that? They probably still have, Robert Williams, DeAndre Ayton. So yeah, they went all the way. Shout out to the Blazers. But retirements, we got LeBron James trying to retire a Clipper, which is weird, but I think at this point that definitely could be a retirement year for LeBron. We don't have Greg Popovich trying to retire, which is what I wanted to make sure didn't happen. But draft lottery time, let's go ahead and see where we land. So we're projected Chicago's pick, which is actually top 10 protected in real life. And then it looks like Hornets actually made the playoffs, so we don't have their pick, I believe. So we're going to get their first round pick because I was like top 16 protected. And we have the 8th overall odds at getting number 1. Obviously, I would love nothing more than to be able to add Cooper Flag to this equation, but most likely we're not going to get it. So let's see what happens. Bro, what is my luck this year with the lottery? I don't get it. Like, I mean, whatever, I'll take it, but that is so bizarre. We were able 3 back-to-back number 1 overall picks. Really? Is that really what's going on here? We get Victor Wembanyama a day. Like, the Spurs would have to have the best luck in history for that to happen, but I'll take it. That was our pick that went from 8 to 1, which is pretty insane. I don't know what it is, man. 2K, I mean, if Bulls wasn't top 3 top 10, we would have had their 3rd overall pick as well. It's top 8 protected next year, but wow, absolutely insane. We get the 18th pick via the Hornets as well. I don't get it, but I'm not complaining either. So we get to add Cooper Flag to this team, and now we have ourselves a squad. We're really talking about a squad now. Like, literally 3 back-to-back number 1 overall picks. Like, there's no reason not to take Cooper Flag at number 1. I know I get him all the time, but he's easily the best prospect that's being hyped up. I could take Dylan Harper, change things up, but I don't think I can pass on Cooper Flag. I don't think that makes sense. So we walk with Cooper Flag in this draft, and I'll also going to take, we can go Hugo Gonzalez, Amari, Robert Dillingham. There's a lot of good options here, actually. Do I take Dillingham at the end here? Connie Carr or Nicola? I'm gonna take Hugo Gonzalez. Hugo Gonzalez, welcome to the team. So still pretty good picks here, but of course we take Cooper Flag, and then at 16 we get a 73 overall. I thought about a bunch of different options, like Dillingham we could have taken Carr, could have taken Isaiah Evans, but I feel pretty good. So Dillingham, actually still got Dillingham at, I didn't realize that a 25th overall pick as well. So we got him still, Cooper Flag, Gonzalez, and Dillingham. 2nd round picks. Ooh, we actually have some good 2nd round picks. I'll sign Lee. I don't know how to say his name, but I'll sign him. Player options: Vic, Jeremy Sohan, Brandon Wesley, Sid, I think I'm going to have to decline City because I think our roster is about to get full with how many players we just added. So we're going to let City go. Sandro, again, not worried about him, but free agency. Obviously, we don't have like money for Giannis or anything like that. Bird rights, Trey Jones is a free agent. I mean, I could bring him back. What has he done for us? Average 7 points per game and 3 assists. Pretty, I mean, not great from 3, but I don't think I'll bring him back. So right now, it'd be Castleton, Blake Wesley as our point guard. We still don't really have our point guard, in my opinion. Devin Vassell, Malachi Branham, and Hugo Gonzalez. We have Keldon Johnson, Cooper Flagg. I mean, I think with getting Keldon Johnson or getting Cooper Flagg on the team, I think we could probably comfortably move on from Keldon Johnson, can't we? Like, I feel like we could do that. So I might have to do that. Now, one thing I do want to experiment with, though, is if I move Cooper Flagg down to the 2, he would go down 2 overall. He's 6'8", but I just kind of wonder if I could play Cooper Flagg in the backcourt with So On starting at the 3. That would be pretty cool, I feel like. I'm moving So On to the 3. We're doing it. And I know Cooper Flagg's going to go down, but we're going to have a pretty funky lineup. It's not even going to be that funky, but it's going to be a really good lineup. I'm moving Cooper Flagg down to the 2, even though he has no business. I mean, he could play the 2. He's 6'8", right? It's fine. But he's mostly a small forward, obviously. But we're going to play him at the 2 this year. And we're going to go ahead and trade Keldon Johnson. I think we're going to trade Keldon Johnson here. I'm going to try to figure out a point guard situation. I don't know where that comes from, but if we can get like a legit point guard here, we're talking business, man. We're in a good spot. Obviously, I can go for Anthony Simons and the Blazers. Like, he could maybe be available, but I've gotten him before for the Spurs. I kind of want to do something different. Like, Maxey, I don't know if, like, the 76ers would eventually be okay with trading him away. Maybe they think Keldon Johnson could be really good next to Embiid. They do something like... I don't think that actually makes a ton of sense, but I don't know. Maybe we could just continue with our point guard. I mean, they're just, like... I feel like if I went for a good point guard, like LaMelo Ball instantly, even though I've gotten him in the last 2 rebuilds, so I don't want to get him either. Darren Fox, 27, maybe a little too old for the timeline, but Markelle Fultz. Maybe we can go get like Anthony Black from the Magic. Maybe they don't think he's like... Bro, if we got Anthony Black for the Magic, our defensive lineup would be pretty nasty. I'm just saying that right now. Halliburton also. Oh, of course, I love Halliburton. I kind of want to go for Anthony Black. It's not something I often do. And the defensive lineup we could roll out there is pretty nasty. How much has he progressed at this point? 70% overall. He hasn't even played for them just yet. Now, I don't know if they're willing to do this, but maybe the Magic are looking to be better, obviously. We can give Anthony Black a starting point guard spot right now. I'm cool with trading Keldon Johnson for Anthony Black. I think we could do that, and I think I'd feel fine with it. So, if I throw who I just took in the 2nd round and also like Justin Champagnie, I feel like we can just do it for this, maybe. Keldon Johnson for Anthony Black. They agree. We're going to roll out Anthony Black as our starting point guard. Defensively, it's about to be nasty. It's about to be nasty. That's all it boils down to. And what also we're going to do is we're going to make Vassell a 6-man. Vassell is going to be a 6-man. We're going to have him be a 6-man off the bench. He may start over So On. We'll see. But Cooper Flagg, Malachi Branham, I'm feeling good. I think we maybe are a contender. I think we are. I can move Zach Collins over to the 4 as well. I mean, I don't know if we're a contender necessarily. Maybe that might be a stretch, but we're definitely really good. I think we're a play-in team at the very least. Like, this should be a play-in team at the very least. So let's go ahead and see what progression is going to look like with this roster. So player progression, Sandro. We got Vic up to a 93, Vassell up to an 85, So On up to an 83. Damar 82, 80, and then 80. Wow, Stephon went up quite a bit. Did not expect that. Anthony Black to a 79. Cooper Flagg, of course, I moved him to shooting guard, but he should still be good. So lineup we're about to have out there is about to be pretty nasty. I'm excited. So let's load this 2026 draft class and let's see. I mean, obviously at this point, we've got our core. I don't think I'm really worried about having, another top pick in the draft. So we can just, continue to roll with what we got and just, I don't know, man. I'm hoping that this roster can make... Power ranking is going to let us to 7th. Proficiency is 3.5. I mean, can we be like a... Defense, we get 3.5 because, like, we definitely have a good defensive system. But this is what we're rolling with. Anthony Black, Cooper Flagg, Devin Vassell, Damar. Oh, they want to start... I kind of want Vassell to be our 6-man, though. I like Vassell in that 6-man role. Sorry, I don't want to do that. Let's do Vassell in the 6-man role. So on will start. It'll be Vassell off the bench. Branham, Castleton, Zach Collins, Blake Wesley. I'm cool with this. We're going to roll with this. And then I'm going to give maybe just a few more minutes to Vassell off the bench. I want to be like an ignite, a score off the bench for us. And then we're also going to fix his shot tendency a little bit because I'm gonna move it to an 82. I want to just see if that's gonna do anything for him. But Ademara's at an 89. Cooper Flag shot tendency has 100. That's fine with me. Proficiency, defense with so on in the lineup. What does that do? It's only 3-star, so it was better with, I guess, Vassell in the lineup, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Regardless, I will see you guys at the end of year 3. I'm expecting big things this year. Let's just say that. So we are stopped at the contract extension deadline because I want to go ahead and take care of both Zach Collins and Charles. So I want to keep both of them around. So we're going to re-sign both of them. They're both going to be like our backup front court. So we're going to keep them around. Simple as that. We're only 27 and 33, so I thought it'd be a lot better, but it's still no big deal. We're a young team. I'm not like really that upset about it. We still could be a playing team this year, which is what I'm hoping for. If we can get that, that'd be great. So Rookie of the Year is going to actually go to Dylan Harper and not Cooper Flag. I mean, there might have been a lot of guys, you know, scoring around him, but Vic makes an All-NBA third team. Now, I thought we'd be a play-in or a playoff team this year, but I was wrong. We do not make it. So, not ready for that jump just yet. A little surprising, but 25 from Vic. Yeah, 17 from Cooper Flag, 14 from Vassell, 13 from Ademara, and then 10 from Jeremy Sohan, 10 from Branham, 8 from Anthony Black, and then 6.5 from Collins, and then 5 from Stephon Castleton. So, unfortunately, just not enough, but let's go ahead and see who goes on to win the championship, and we can get into the offseason again. So we got the Pelicans and the Blazers go on to the finals again, and they're going to win their second championship in a row. So Portland's out there having success already. Player retirements, we got Russell Westbrook retiring a Rocket. Interesting. Let's go to the lottery. So we're projected another pick here, another lottery pick for somebody. We are projected pick number, actually our pick might go to the, or it's a pick swap, isn't it? So we're projected pick 12. Now if we find a way to jump up into the number 1 overall pick, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying, because I'm pretty sure we get this pick, right? It's a pick swap, or maybe not. So we get 13 goes to the Hawks, and then we get maybe nothing. Interesting. Okay, so we get, okay, so 13th goes to the Atlanta Hawks, and then yeah, I don't think we have a pick at all in this draft. Or no, we have 15 via the Bulls. Okay, let's get number 15 via the Bulls, but our pick, yeah, interesting. I don't get the Hawks pick. I thought this would be a pick swap, but whatever, unless I'm just not seeing it right now. But or no, yeah, it is a pick swap. Okay, so wouldn't we have the right to swap though? I don't know. We get 19, I guess. Whatever. Staff signing. Let's see what we got. We got Greg Popovich still as the head coach. We'll leave that the way it is. We'll leave this coaching staff, of course. I don't know if I want to add like that many rookies. Like we have 2 first-round picks. We have 15, 19, and we have 4 seconds. I mean, at this point, I'm not adding 4 second-round rookies to the team. I'm going to trade for future seconds. I mean, there's no point of this. So we're going to trade all these second-round picks because there's no way I'm adding this many rookies to the team. So we'll take Pelicans. All right. And then I almost want to trade one of these first as well. Like, I don't know if I even want to add a single. I mean, you can never have enough rookies, right? So let's not do that. Let's get straight into the draft. So number 15, we will take, what do we got? We got Dash Daniels. We got Jaden. I don't know anything about these guys. Meek Thomas, JJ Starling. We have Key. I don't know how to say his name, but I guess I'll go ahead and take, what do we know about Jaden? So Jaden, ceiling, all-star, or sorry, Al Harrington starter, floor, bench. Meek Thomas, Kenny Anderson starter. We'll just take Jaden. I'm not even gonna overthink this. It may not turn anything, but at least they're like young players we can maybe trade later on. Caden Boozer, I'll take him. Why not? All right, that will be our draft. So that's what we got. Elias Harrington goes number 1. We got Quaidens and we got Caden Boozer. I think Harrington was in the last draft too, so that's cool. Victor Wembanyama, Ademara to Castleton, and Anthony Black will accept all those. Jeremy Sohan, Branham, Wesley are all free agents. So Branham, not really sure what he's going to ask for. Same thing with Wesley. I mean, I would love to have all of them back, but it just all depends what they're asking for. Because, I mean, it doesn't make sense to pay everybody. So on, 29 million. He's averaged 10 points. Obviously, good defender. I mean, 19 million, 15 million is kind of tough. It's kind of tough to get to. But I have Anthony Black, Castleton, Dillingham. Or no, I'm thinking of Dillingham. Harrington was not in the last draft. I'm stupid. Okay. Hugo Gonzalez could be our backup 2 theoretically, but I don't know. So I do want to keep Blake Wesley and obviously Malachi Branham, but at the same time, we could go out there and sign a free agent, but I'm not going to do that. I'm keeping Jeremy Sohan. I'm going to keep Jeremy Sohan. We'll give him a 4-year, $23 million deal. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. So we're going to sign him. I don't want to I'll read out Sandro. I'm fine with that. He's found his way on my team every single time. So I'm going to go ahead and get Sohan locked up. Sandro will go ahead and also, renounce. But I also am debating on if we should trade Vassell. 3-year, $78 million deal, 38% shooting from 3, 14 points per game. He's an 85. I mean, I'll keep him. We'll just sign. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna sign Malachi Branham and move on from Blake Wesley. I think we'll sign Malachi Branham to a deal, 4 years, $16 million, and we'll move on for Blake Wesley. So we'll do this, and we'll have Malachi Branham sign that deal. So we'll sign him. We'll have him locked up, and then at this point, we're getting to the point where the next time we have to sign somebody, we're probably have to trade somebody out because our cap situation is going to only get more expensive from here. So player progression, Vic is up to an 85, Ademar up to an 85, 84, 83, 83, and 81. So that's really cool to see. So everyone is going up. Even Dillingham down here is going up. But we have the ability at any point to make that big trade. We have the assets. We have picks. So I feel like we could maybe pull off a big trade if we ever wanted to. There's definitely that possibility if we wanted like an elite point guard and we didn't think we were getting it. We have the assets for it. So that definitely is still something that's in the back of my mind that we could do later on. But for now, I'm ready to just roll with our same rotation. So I will see you guys at the end of year, I believe, number 4. Obviously, I'm hoping that this is our year. I'm hoping this is our year to make it into the play-in or the playoffs. Hopefully playoffs. At the end of this season, Victor Wembanyama is winning MVP already. 30 points per game, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks. Great season, 45% from 3. Just all around a really good player, obviously. Bryson Tiller, Rookie of the Year. Tyler Hero, 6th man. Giannis Defensive Player. Nick Smith's Most Improved. And Tatum is your Clutch Player of the Year. And the Clippers, Mark is your Coach of the Year. And John Murphy is your Executive. So, of course, Vic is making an All-NBA first team. I doubt we have anybody else here, but he does make an all defensive first team as well. So does Amin Thompson, who is somebody I'm kind of eyeing maybe for the future. He was someone I was kind of looking at the trade deadline. Asar also makes it. So those guys making it, which is really cool. But all rookie first team and all rookie second team. I don't think we had any rookies playing necessarily. So we end up as a 4th seed in the West, though. So we finally do make the playoffs, avoid the play-in as well. We had 30 points from Victor Wembanyama, 18 from Cooper Flagg, and 15 from Ademar. So 13 points from Vassell, 11 from Jeremy So on, 10 from Malachi Branham, and then 9 and 7 from Anthony Black. So Anthony Black is actually kind of playing like a perfect role in my opinion. So yeah, we're probably gonna have to dump Vassell this offseason. We're gonna have to pay Anthony Black. We're gonna have to pay Victor Wembanyama this offseason, I believe. So we're gonna have to pay some money out. So Vassell is gonna have to be dumped. Eventually Branham's probably gonna be dumped as well. So that's just kind of where the cookie crumbles when the, and he averaged 10 points per game. So not too bad. Pretty cheap contract for the most part, but it's only going to get more expensive, of course, as we keep going. So Memphis in round 1. Let's see what we got. So we got John Morant, Bane, Kuminga, Jaren Jackson, Brandon Clark. So a Kuminga addition's a great one. Not a bad addition by them by any means. We don't have a starting center other than, Clark's not a bad starting 5. Don't get me wrong, but usually he's been like kind of a bench player most of his career. Regardless, somebody current round against Memphis, and we are going to beat them in 5. So we get to round 2 in our very first year of being in the playoffs. So now we get to play the Thunder, who obviously have Chet Holmgren. I think Chet and Vic will be battling for years. Should be a lot of fun to watch. Shea, Giddey, Lou Dort, Keegan Murray, Chet, Jalen Williams, Buzelis, Alex Sarr, and VJ Edgecombe. So they have a very young roster. Definitely going to be a tough task here, but I feel good about my roster. Of course, they probably feel really good about theirs. So somebody come around against them, and we're going to get swept. So we are not ready to take down the Thunder. They had a better roster. Now, the Blazers, do they go for their 3rd championship in a row here? They might be doing it. Scoot is him, I guess. And no, the Knicks come back and beat them. Scoot Henderson still wins Finals MVP, but the Knicks end up winning this time around. Player retirements. Kevin Durant retires his son. Paul George retiring a Utah Jazz. CJ retiring a Bull. Okay. Straight to the lottery we go. Kind of hoping we don't have a lottery pick here because I'm tired of adding rookies to the team. It doesn't look like we do. So we got Bulls getting number 1, and then we have pick number 18 and 25. So that's cool. Again, not really sure. I guess if we're going to trade Vassell, then we can attach 18 and 25 with it to go get like somebody really good. We're going to get James Marengo back. I believe he was the assistant here. It may not have been. I don't know. But I believe he was in San Antonio at one point in his career before he went to Charlotte. But let's go ahead and get Moncrief back as well. So that's taken care of. And now we can go straight to draft night. And this is where we're going to trade Vassell, I think. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't know if I'll be able to I don't know if I'm going to be attaching first round picks with Vassell. I can attach one and maybe dump them, but I think we're gonna have to obviously like start to pay other guys this offseason. So I think it makes sense to go ahead and move on from Vassell, unfortunately. So it looks like we're going to be trading Vassell over to the Charlotte Hornets. Now they do want my 2020, or they want my 25th overall pick, which of course I'm fine with because I don't really want to add a rookie, but I can see why that trade would be a little lopsided for us. So I'm going to see if they would do this straight up. They want Zach Collins. They'll give me PJ Washington. Do we dump Zach Collins as well? Just take PJ Washington back. I mean, it's pretty much the same. I guess PJ Washington expires a little bit earlier. I don't know. Harwell could be an asset in the future, which is why we're doing this. He, already has the same trade value as Vassell anyway. So 2028, Zach Collins. I mean, I would love to keep Zach Collins out of this trade if possible. I'm not gonna. Don't get me wrong, but is there anybody else I can throw in here? Like, I guess I can throw like Caden Boozer in here, who probably will never play for me anyway. So what do you say to that? They say no. What about Dillingham's up to a 77 overall? Wow. What if I threw Quayton's at you? They're not interested. Okay. I'll throw 25 in here if that's what you want. Now they say no. Let's go back to the original offer. So we're going to go back to that Vassell offer. We're going to do it. We're dumping money to obviously pay Vic and then Anthony Black this offseason. So where was that trade? We could also get, Jack, who has a... We're doing this trade instead. Jack, who has a ton of trade value, 3.5. He must be going up like crazy eventually. So we're going to do this trade. So that's going to save us a bunch of money, at least for now. And we'll do that trade. So on draft night... we have 2 players we can bring in. So I'm going to let the CPU draft whoever, because at this point, I don't really care. I don't care about who we get in the draft. So let's just let CPU. They take Colin. Both of them are trash anyway, so I'm not signing them. Player options: Ade Mara, Cooper Flag, Castleton, Dillingham, and Gonzalez. We'll accept all of those. And then Vic and Anthony Black, both being free agents. Obviously, Vic's going to command a bag. No surprise there. $51 million. Wow. Yeah, we got to pay him, obviously. No brainer. So Vic... Anthony Black also commanding a lot of money, but we did give up some assets to get him, so I'll sign him as well. So Anthony Black and Victor Wembanyama signed long-term, which is great. So we got those 2 locked up. Love that. Now that's going to have, obviously, so I wonder if we should move Cooper Flag down to the 2 now. Branham could start, or... No, I still want to start Sohan, though, in a way. So I don't know if I want to do that. Hugo, he's 6'6", so we're going to move Hugo down to the 3. He can be our backup 3. He goes up to 78 in that regard. So... Point guard rotation. At one point we didn't have enough point guards, and now I feel like we have a lot. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this. Only got to the second round last year, but let's go to player progression. Let's see what this is about to look like, because I have a feeling that player progression could look pretty nasty, especially that point guard we just brought in who had really good trade value. I assume that he would jump up like crazy potentially. And let's see. So we got Vic to 96, Cooper Flag 88, 87 for Ade Mara, 84. And then, yeah, he went up 4 overall. So he is definitely going to become something for us. 80 from Zach Collins, and then 84 Anthony Black, 82 Stephon Castleton. So, yeah, I mean, development's just looking phenomenal. We're really good right now. Really good pace. So we're going to go straight into next season. Let's load this 2028 draft class. I think we're about to be halfway through the video, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. I'm feeling good. Feeling good about where we're at. I don't know if we win a championship next year, but we're building towards that, obviously. So I kind of hinted at this idea earlier, and this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to get Amin Thompson at the trade deadline locked up for 4 more years. I mean, obviously, 6'7" point guard. I know Anthony Black is doing pretty good things for us. 42% from 3, averaging 9 and almost 7.5. Not too bad, but obviously Amin Thompson's just a much better overall. I would have to pay Castleton and Charles in the offseason, so I'm okay with moving on from them. As far as draft pick conversation is concerned, it doesn't look like we have a lot here. But I'm going to throw some at them and see what they say about this. They agree. So we get Amin Thompson at the trade deadline. So now we can move him to point guard. And now we could have a really nasty defensive lineup. So Amin Thompson with Jeremy Sohan, Cooper Flag, Ade Mara, Vic, Malachi Branham, Zach Collins, Jay, and then Hugo Gonzalez. That also kind of consolidates our roster just a little bit. Again, I wasn't going to be able to pay Castleton. Now, I didn't really have to make any changes because we were 39-12. We're 4.5 proficiency. I could have just kept things the same, but I still love the idea of Amin Thompson on this team. So I feel really good about it. I'll see you guys at the end of year number, whatever this is, but we had to make that consolidation trade, in my opinion. I wasn't going to be able to pay Castleton anyway. So Amin Thompson, welcome to the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is out here once again winning MVP. Love to see it. And Cooper Flag wins Most Improved. And also Greg Popovich wins Coach of the Year. I saw that. So really cool. 64-18. Good on him. We got Vic making All-NBA first team. Doubt we have any other Spurs represent. Actually, Amin Thompson makes it as well. So we got an All-NBA player at the trade deadline, which is lovely. Cooper Flag makes an all-defensive team. So does the sorry, that's not Amin, but Vic. And I assume Amin. Yeah, so we got 3 all-defensive representatives. I mean, so on. Maybe one day could be one as well, but 2K does not grant him that. But Cooper Flag, Love to see it. 24 points per game. He still isn't even at his best position, so he could be a much better overall if we decide to ever slide him down to 3, which is still possible. But yeah, I feel really good about this team. First seed in the Western Conference. End of the season stats. Yeah, 27 from Vic, 24 from Cooper Flagg. Has he got one more year in his rookie contract, or has he got he's got one more year? So Amon Thompson 20, 17 and 10 from Ade Mara. I mean, just an absolute. We have to pay Ade Mara this offseason. So Sohan could be dumped this offseason potentially. That way we could maybe move Cooper Flagg down to 3 if we wanted to. But we'll see. So let's just focus on winning a championship here. So Oklahoma City is on the other side of the bracket. So if we do run into them again, it'll maybe be in the Western Conference Finals. Of course, we do got to make it all the way there. We get the Suns in round 1. We have Trey and Devin Booker, Koa Pete. Kuminga, once again, we see him. We saw him last year on the Grizzlies. But I feel good about our chances of beating the Suns. And, okay, I was about to say, I was like, maybe I'm wrong. We're about to lose. But no, we came back. We get to play the Clippers. We have Tatum. So other than that, it's a solid roster. Don't get me wrong. But still feel good about our chances here. Oklahoma City does get past Utah. Somebody current round. And we are going to beat them in 6. And now we get our rival. I think the Thunder down the stretch here are going to be the guys we run into every year. They're going to be our rival here. So let's take them seriously. Game 1, they're up 1-0. Okay. Game 2, Thunder might have our number so far, unless we even it up here. No, the Thunder own us. The Thunder right now own us. We got to fix that. Does Shea end up leaving? I mean, Shea could leave them, and that would change everything, right? 96 overall. No, he's locked up. So Giddey, he's locked up. Buzelis could leave, I guess. I don't know. Clearly, we're not the better team yet. We're not the better team. Alex Sarr is going to be free agent, so I don't know if they keep him. But Cavaliers, Thunder, the Cavs going to win the championship. So, conference finals appearance, which is great. That's a jump from last year. But the Thunder still have our number. Steph retires a Bull, which I think Warriors fans probably would throw up seeing that. Draft lottery time. Does Greg Popovich call it a career yet? I mean, at this point, I wouldn't blame him if he retired. But no, it looks like he's still going. Draft lottery time. Let's see what we got here. Don't think we have a pick from anybody, which is fine because, again, we're at the point where I don't care. Staff signing. Does Greg Popovich still stay? He is out there still. Wow. He wants to keep going. Let's keep running it back. Greg Popovich will do it. If I can keep you throughout the 10 years, I'm cool with it. I mean, you're one of the best coaches, obviously, in the NBA. So, yeah, we'll keep you. So I'm going to follow this coaching staff, and then I got to worry about re-signing Ade Mara. Do we trade Sohan this offseason is the question. That I'm not completely sure about just yet. But let's just keep filling this out really quick. That way we have this. Is there guard guru anywhere? Guard guru, guard guru, guard guru. I'll find you one day. There we go. We got one. We'll go Ross Jordan. Boom. Welcome to the team. All right. Let's get past draft now. Let's just go straight to player options. So player options, we are going to have, I think, Cooper Flagg's here. So they want me to renounce Kaleo. I don't think I can do that. Hugo Gonzalez. Boozer, I'm going to accept all of them. I'm going to accept all of them. And then qualifying offers, Grant Nelson, Ade Mara. I'm not worried about Grant Nelson, obviously, but Ade Mara, I'm worried about. I want to keep Ade. No brainer. So, a lot of money, but and then we're at the point where I said things were going to get expensive, and we're going to have to pay Cooper Flagg next offseason. Absolute bag, but I got to keep all of them. So, let's see. So we got Vic, Amon, not Asar. Cooper Flagg, 1 more year. Sohan, only making 23 million. Branham. So Branham's somebody who's gonna have to be dumped. So I don't think we have to dump anybody just yet. Maybe next offseason we can do it. But sorry, I didn't mean to look at our rotation. But Kalil, or however you say his name, backup point guard maybe this season. Branham, Hugo Gonzalez, Zach Collins, Vic. Okay. I need a backup 5. So we're gonna assign a 1-year backup 5. We have Trenton Watford or Aiden, I don't know how to say this, or we can get a power forward instead. Paul Reed, he's okay. Yeah, he's not even gonna make that much money. He is a 5. We're gonna move him to the 5, so he'll be our backup 5. Nothing crazy, but still happy to have him. So B-ball Paul, welcome to the team. He goes up to a 78 at center. Great. All right, play progression. Let's see what this is looking like. I don't know if anybody else will like progress like crazy. Does Kalil take another huge jump with his, develop with his value? He's only up to an 80, so he doesn't move. Cooper Flagg, 93. Of course, if we slide him down to the 3, which I still think we could do, he would even probably go up even more. Ade Mara, 88. So overall, this is looking really solid. Of course, our roster is getting consolidated as we go on, but that's the beauty of, guys getting off the rookie contracts. So on in the offseason, might have to be, traded. Branham might have to be traded away to pay Cooper Flagg. And then we're starting to really, penny pinch around these guys. But I believe I loaded a 2028 draft class earlier, so I think we're in the year 2029 now. So I'll see you guys at the end of next year. Vic with his third MVP in a row, just absolutely dominating, which you love to see. Vassell went 6-man on the Pelicans. Love to see that for him. Defensive player goes to Vic as well. I think Vassell going to the Pelicans worked out for him because I still don't think there was enough scoring opportunity for him here. Popovich, once again, coach of the year, 65-17. We have Vic making an All-NBA first team. Does Cooper Flagg make one here eventually? I don't think he has yet. Amin Thompson made one, but I don't think he did this time around. All-NBA first team, we still get Cooper Flagg. We still get Vic, and then Amin Thompson did not make it this time around, but obviously we still know he's a great defender. And all rookie teams at this point, obviously I barely know anybody. But if we take a look at the end of the season stats, we had 27 from Vic, 13 rebounds, 21 for Cooper Flagg, 20 from Amin Thompson, 16 from Daymara, and then 11 from Jeremy Sohan. So I'm kind of hoping that we can win a championship here because we're probably going to get a lot worse in the offseason. We're going to have to pay Cooper Flagg a bunch of money, which means we're probably going to have to dump a bunch of other guys. Our bench is going to get even worse. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, we really need to start, trying to capitalize on what we have. So we get to play the Grizzlies, who have a really good team. Taylor Hendricks only making him a minimum, 85 overall, shot 41. I mean, he's been really good for them. So, Grizzlies in round 1. Hopefully take care of business. Still a really good team we're playing against as we're going to a game 7 with them. So, I would hate nothing more than to lose in round 1 at this point because, we need to take advantage while we can with this roster we have. But Memphis does have a good roster in their own respect, but we do end up winning game 7. So that's huge. Take care of that. Clippers, they got Bone Silence stuff, Tatum. Roster kind of looks the same as last year we beat them, so hopefully do that again. And we are going to go to a 7 again, but now we play the Thunder. Now the Thunder still have Alex Sarr. They have Isaiah. They still have Bazela, so the roster doesn't look like it changed too much at all. So we're still playing a very, very good Thunder team. Let's just do our best. I mean, do we start to maybe take over this rivalry? We'll see. 1-0 goes to the Thunder. 2-0. Thunder own us. They own us right now. Cancel. Game 3. 3-0. The Thunder have our number. We get swept again by the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I don't think I've done enough. I thought they'd get worse somehow. I thought they would lose somebody. They did not. That's my fault. I should have Thunder go on to win the championship. So Shea wins Finals MVP. I really got it. I mean, I think we're gonna get worse, honestly. But man, that sucks. The Thunder are the team that are stopping us right now. The Wizards have number 1. Staff signing. Greg Popovich still around. Coach staff's complete filled still. So let's go straight to player options. So let's figure this out. How are we going to? I don't know. Khalil, I'm gonna accept. Boozer, I mean, we're gonna need rookie contracts. Khalil is about to make $60 million. Wow, he was probably like a number 1 overall pick. I don't know. We'll do some with them. I'm accepting anyway. Qualifying offers. We got Hugo Gonzalez, Dillingham, and Cooper Flagg. I would love to bring all of them back if possible. Our bench is going to get a lot weaker, obviously. Dillingham, Cooper Flagg. How much is that Cooper Flagg asking for? A lot of money, I assume. So let's see. He's asked for $45 million. We're going to have to dump somebody. I think I'm trading Jeremy Sohan here. I'm going to trade Jeremy Sohan, 26 years old, still fits the talent of the team, but we're going to try to get a shooting guard that can start. That's what we're going to do with him. So I think we're going to do this trade with the Rockets. We're going to get Anthony Black right back on the team. We can have Anthony Black and Amin Thompson as our backcourt, move Cooper Flagg down to the 3. I think it's a no-brainer. We're going to go ahead and do this. So this doesn't save us like a bunch of money. Literally kind of saves us like 0.25. So it doesn't do anything crazy for us, but it gives us our shooting guard. And now what I think I can do is I can dump Branham for cheap, for cheap. I'm going to try to dump him to, obviously get some money, basically. So someone who's not making us enough or making as much as Branham, Jordan Wood at first, I just need bench pieces at this point. Markelle Fultz, Gary Trent, Quentin Grimes, saves about $5 million, Jalen Smith. Caleb Gaskins, 21 years old, first round pick. I mean, this is kind of what I'm looking for. Someone who can continue to develop. So we'll do this trade where we save quite a bit of $13 million, save quite a bit of money there. So we'll do that. And then last but certainly not least, do I trade Jack as well? I mean, he hasn't really, what has he done for us? What has he done? Let's check that out first. So player stats, 8 points per game. Doesn't even average single rebound. I wouldn't mind trading him as well. It just kind of depends what we get. If we can get a good bench player for him, I'll do it. But we'll see what I'm offered. So Bones High, I can't take that much money back. Darius Baisley, Caleb Martin, Isaiah Hartstein. That's 2 veterans off our bench, Richards and Strus. We get Tajay Ariza. Okay, interesting. Jaime Jaquez, Gary Trent Jr. So Gary Trent off the bench doesn't sound too bad. He walks after the season. Jalen Smith. Are we better off just keeping Jay though? Or Jack? Sorry, we're better off probably just keeping Jack at this point. So Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move Amon Thompson to the 2, I think. So Amon Thompson's going to slide down to the 2. He'll play the shooting guard spot. And now let's just go ahead and re-sign Cooper Flagg. Let's just take care of that. Obviously, we knew this was going to happen. So we're going to sign Cooper Flagg, take care of that. And then we're going to have to hope Gonzalez and Dillingham probably come back on. Well, I might be able to afford them. I don't know. Can I just afford them straight up? Yeah, I think I can. So we can keep them as bench pieces, which is nice. Okay, so everybody, our main core is locked up now. I believe our main core is locked up. So Black, Cooper Flagg, we can move Cooper Flagg down to the 3 now. So he should go up even more. Sorry, not Amon, but Cooper Flagg up to a 95. So nothing crazy, but he does go up, which is great. So Dillingham, Cooper Flagg will be secondary position shooting guard. I mean, he's 6'8", so I guess he could play power forward technically. Dillingham will leave there, and then I wanted to move Amon Thompson secondary position back to point guard, so we'll do that, and then we can still sign someone else for free agency. So we have a good backup point guard rotation, good small forward rotation, center rotation could be better. I mean, we kind of have a good rotation everywhere, but I'll sign like a Chris Duarte and call it good. So Chris Duarte, that will be our signing, and we're going to next up. So did we get better by getting Anthony Black? Maybe. I think we maybe did. I mean, the Thunder is that team that's stumping us every year. But we got Cooper Flagg up to a 95, 91, 90, 87. So, I mean, our starting 5 is really good. And Jack even went up 83 overall. So, bench obviously got a lot weaker. No surprise there. We kind of figured that was going to happen. We're going to get hard capped if we just continue to, keep the young, the players we had that made a lot of money. So, one more year of loading a draft class, and I think that's all there is, and I'll just auto-generate the rest, but we'll see you guys at the end of next year. I mean, we have yet to win a championship in this video, but it could be coming soon. We may not be winning championships just yet, but we are stacking up those MVP trophies for Victor Wembanyama as he just keeps winning those things, so love to see that. Popovich also stacking up him for more Coach of the Years, but obviously none of this matters if we aren't winning championships. That's what we need at this point. Obviously the Thunder continue to be a problem. Cooper Flagg makes an all-NBA third team. Here's the offensive first team. We got Victor Wembanyama, and then we do get Cooper Flagg. So Amon Thompson not making it again, which sucks, but it's all good. First seed in the Western Conference, Oklahoma City. Once again, on the other side of things, player stats wise, 27 and 14 from Vic, 26 from Cooper Flagg, 19 and 11, then 18, 12, and then 10 and a half. So here we go. Let's see if we can take down Dallas in round 1. They got Fox, Mikal Bridges, Thomas Scala, Eason, Jamal Murray off their bench. I mean, I'm hoping we get past them, obviously. Somebody current round, and we're going to beat them in 5. Okay, take care of them. Clippers for the second time in a row. Now they've added Halliburton to this equation, so the roster maybe got a little bit better. Somebody current round against them, and we are going to beat them in 7. Okay, that was a little scary, but beat them. And now for the 4th time, I believe, the Thunder. They lost Alex Sarr, I think, so I guess that could be big time for us. Don't know if that changes like the whole equation here, but here goes nothing. Game 1, we get 1 on them. Game 1, we win. W. Okay, 35 from Vic. Do we finally get to beat them? Game 2, do we do it finally? Finally, 3-0, and we sweep them. They may have been taking us down for the last 4 years, but we finally got our revenge. Now we get the Cavaliers. They still have Donovan Mitchell. They don't have Garland anymore. They have Bane instead. Marcus Smart starting, but Mobley, Allen's still here. Thankfully, we have a really good lineup to match up with that. Game 2. Game 3, we finally... Maybe not. Hold on. Wait a minute. I may have been speaking too soon. Game 5 in San Antonio. We got to win this one, of course. Let's see if we can do just that. It's looking good so far. They might come back, though, and we are going to take care of business. 112, 130. Do we win it? Yes, we do. Just like that, we got our first championship of the video. Love to see it. Vic, Finals MVP. 6-game win. Let's go. I think we have like a couple more years left to do. Yeah, so I feel like we have a couple more years left. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. So we got our first championship finally. Lottery, 76ers #1, which is interesting at this point. But we're now in the year of 2030. So 2 seasons left. But let's get straight to player options. I don't care about the draft at this point. Obviously, we could get somebody really good. Did we get anybody? We got a 6th overall pick. Interesting. Jacoby Thompson. Welcome to the team. I don't know why I said Jacoby. I'm an idiot. But Gaskins will accept, of course, qualifying offers. Jack is up to an 84. If I can afford him, I'll bring him back. I'll bring him back if I can afford him. I mean, worst case scenario, comes back as qualifying offer. He's out for $32 million. Obviously, I cannot give him $32 million. That's insane. So I'm not going to just hand out $32 million to him. But if he wants to come back, we got Dillingham as backup point guard for a couple more years. Duarte, Gaskins. Okay, so yeah, we're still good. And we got Jacoby was the center, so that's good. So we're basically just gonna wait on these guys to come back in the qualifying offer. I can't afford to sign Jack to a $30 million contract. So we're gonna lose him next offseason, but at this point, we're just looking for as good as a bench as possible. So we're on the down stretch here. So let's see if we can just get him back as qualifying offer, and we should be ready to go for our second to last season. So let's see. And we are going to, let's see. We got Jack, and that's what I wanted. So Cooper Flag, 97 overall, so not much development here. We got Anthony Black, 88, and then 85 from Jack. So I guess it's cool that we're going to have him off the bench for one more year, but I will see you guys at the end of next year. Hopefully we can bring home another championship. Maybe we can three-peat to end this video. Is this man's 5th MVP in a row? I believe so, and I will keep stacking them up. Does Greg Popovich? No, it goes to Mark, our foe. We're gonna have to take him down again. But Vic, All-NBA first team. Do we get like Cooper Flag once again, or no? It doesn't look like it unless I passed him. No, I don't think so. Offensive first team, Cooper Flag makes it. Or all defensive first team. No Vic this time. Interesting. But he does make all rookie second team. But here we go. We're the second seed in the West. Obviously, you're looking to get our second championship in a row here. End of the season stat 17, 12, 11 and a half. We're gonna lose him in the offseason, which sucks, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Clippers. Do they still have Tyrese Halliburton? They do, with Tatum. I mean, we were able to beat them last year, so you have to hope we're able to do it again, and we are going to beat them in 4. Now we get the Portland Trailblazers, who were kind of dominating at the very beginning, but obviously not so much anymore. They're starting Mark Williams and DeAndre, and they have Robert Williams as well still. Anthony Simon's still here. Isaiah Evans. Kobe Buffkin is now a Portland Trailblazer. Somebody come around against the Blazers, and we are going to beat them in 6. Do we get our Thunder? Yes, we do. We were able to beat them last year. Does that mean we beat them this year? We'll see. So Bryce James went up to an overall. Cody Williams, Meet Thomas. Still a good team in Oklahoma City. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, they might have our number this time. Wait a minute, do we even it up? Yes, we do. We're not going home without a fight this time. So game 5, big time game 5 here. So let's see if we can take this game 5 in Oklahoma City, and then push them back to San Antonio for a game 6 with the momentum going our way. So let's see if we can win this one. It's close, but they are going to end it there. Okay, here goes nothing. Can we beat the Thunder here? Very, this is gonna be tough. I'm trying to three-peat to end this video. Okay, it looks like we are gonna win this game 6. We do force a game 7. So here we go. Game 7 in Oklahoma City to go to the finals. Do we do it is the question. We have the lead right now. They take it back though. We got to take the lead back. We're down 8 with not that much time left, but we are closely closing the gap. They take the lead back. Do we close the gap at the end? Close, but no, we're gonna lose to the Thunder. So the Thunder are not going to allow us to three-peat, but we get one more year to try. The Thunder win a championship, so we get one more year to try things though. One more year, so let's go ahead and just get straight to it, right? So the Suns got number 1 at this point. It doesn't really matter. Let's just get straight to next season. I mean, I don't know if we have any important free agents to worry about. We might have had a draft pick as well. I mean, we're gonna have our center hopefully develop. So we had a 2nd round pick. Obviously, I'm not really worried about that. Player options, nothing going on here. And then qualifying offers, Caleb Gaskins, free agent. Now, obviously, wouldn't mind him back. We don't really have many options. Amen Thompson's a free agent, so is Anthony Black. Did not expect that to creep up on me, but if I can get them back, I will. But I don't know if I can afford them both. Anthony Black, they're both asking for like $50 million. I mean, the cap space maybe went up though, right? I mean, it would have had to have gone up. So if I can lock them both up, that's great. It does. Lets me resign both. I don't think I can get Kalo back. I doubt it. Yeah, I'm about to say, I didn't think I could afford him. Gaskins, on the other hand, I can get him back. So we'll sign him back. He might go up. We're going to lose our 86 overall bench point guard, which, we expected at this point. As for $38 million, that's really tough. So Dillingham, Hugo Gonzalez, Gaskins, our bench is really bad. It's really bad, but that was to be expected. So Nora, Zach Collins, Kobe Brown. I mean, there's literally no good options. I'll sign Bryce McGowan to a minimum. It's bad. Our bench sucks. It sucks. I mean, we knew that was going to happen. So we'll sign Bryce McGowan's, and that will be our bench. So player progression, one last season. Let's see what it's looking like. We are going to have Victor Wembanyama, Dillingham, Gonzalez. Yeah, our bench really sucks. But good thing is we have a really good starting 5. That's what matters. So starting 5, that's what matters. So I will see you guys at the end of last season. Rotation has been pretty much the same. Bench unit's going to be really bad this year. It was kind of kept afloat with Jack, being locked in here, but I mean, proficiency has been a 5-star though for like the last 5 seasons, so that's been good. I love our starting 5, but obviously the bench, it's not bad. Could be better. I'm just running an 8-man rotation, so I'll see you guys at the end of this last season. We'll see how we do. Another MVP for Victor Wembanyama in this final season. We get Defensive Player of the Year from Cooper Flagg as well, which is awesome. Greg Popovich, Coach of the Year. Victor Wembanyama on NBA first team along with, sorry, that's not Cooper Flagg. What am I talking about? He doesn't make one. Okay, so he does make all defensive first team. Amon is back. Oh, we have 3 all defensive representatives on the first team. That's great. So we get the first seed again. Player stats to end off this year. We had 26 from Vic, 24, 21, 19.5. This is the final season, so here goes nothing. Portland in round 1. We were able to beat them last year. Let's just take care of business again, hopefully, and we are going to beat them in 5. Dallas in round... Ooh, Thunder got taken out this time. Okay. That could help us get a championship to end things off. Wow, Jaden Ivey and Kate Cunningham went together in Dallas. Vassell looking for some revenge, or that's our Tari Easton, sorry. Vassell's averaging 20 for the Mavericks in the playoffs. VJ Edgecombe is on this team, 25.5 for him in the playoffs. So Dallas has a good roster. Somebody current round, and we are going to go down 3-2 to them. So maybe we do not get a championship to end this video. Thunder and maybe us are about to be taken out here. We got to win this game 6 to stay alive, which we are going to do, I think. Kind of close down the end there, but we do win. So game 7 in San Antonio, we got to win to keep our playoff hopes alive. Championship aspirations still alive, and it's not looking good. I think, oh, wait a minute. We make it close towards the end. Can we take the lead and keep it? And we are going to win this game 7 at the very, very end. Now we get the Grizzlies, who actually took out the Thunder. John Morant, Anthony Edwards are a backcourt. Obviously, that would be freaking dynamic. But other than that, the roster, it's okay. Jalen Duren's not bad. VJ Miller. Can we take them out to make it to the finals? Yes, we can. We're back at the finals, and we get the team we played earlier in the finals. We get the Cavs. So we beat them last time. Can we do it again to win another championship in this video? And yes, we beat them in 7. I tried to stop it, but we still took care of business. So $10 this video, we win a championship, but I think this was a beautiful 10-year rebuild. We only got 2 championships in this video, but Vic won hella MVP, so that was cool. Cooper Flagg, of course, that was a great addition to the team. Ade Mara, I mean, we really hit on those draft. I mean, we got number 1 overall 3 times in a row, so there's no surprise there. But bringing on Amon Thompson, Eddie Black was also really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. First 10-year rebuild in the books. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.